Good morning to the second year students. So today's topic is related to the role of nurse. This is a medical surgical nursing topic and first unit. So we are starting with the first unit. In first unit, role of the nurse. So in providing care to the adult patients with the help of the taking the help of the patient and family members help. She is providing care to the adult patients. So how we are providing? So we'll see. The nurse provides care to support and recover the patients. Nurse, what she will do? She will provide the care to support and recover the patient from suffering from the acute and long-term illnesses or diseases. Or requiring surgeries, those requiring surgeries. So she will recover from the acute long-term illnesses or diseases, or from recovering from the surgeries, nurse. And actually she has a function. Definitely every nurse in her setting, definitely she will treat the patient, she will educate the patient regarding the disease conditions and regarding the medications and regarding the personal hygiene, all the things she will be giving an education and taking vitals. This is very common, helping in physical and helping us in all examination. Nurse will administer the drugs also. She will administer the drugs, injections. She will transfuse the blood transfusions and IV drips also, and helping the patient in performing their personal hygiene and performing their personal activities. So these are all the very normal function, not including that she act as an advocate also. She will give legal advices also, and typical work activities can include. So definitely to maintain a good relationship with the patients and their relatives day to day, she has a pressure in the duties will depend upon the role. So they are having a typical activities. What are the typical activities for providing adult care? Means writing a care plans. So definitely she has to write the care plan, because she had to plan, and according to the plan she has to implement the care so that she can get the good evaluation, so that the patient can be recovered very soon and very fast. So this definitely planning should be there to recover this identity. First of all, if we're writing that, she has to identify the problems. After identifying the problems, she will prioritize these things. After prioritizing the things, and then she will plan which one is important and which she has to do. And then she will implement that plan, and she will evaluate whether it has been whether it has to be continued, or whether it has to be stopped, or whether it has been worked out or not. So she will check all the things, and implementing the plans to task such as preparation for patient. How means some of the examples: preparation of the patient to the operation, wound treatment, monitoring the pulses or blood pressure and temperature, observe and record the conditions of the patient. Observing, so definitely she will be observing throughout the day, 24 hours, 24/7, and checking an administration of the drugs and injections. So while giving drugs or while giving injections, she will check and she will administer. Setting up a drips and blood transfer. So she has to set up how much blood drip, how much drops fluid should be gone, and how much blood transfusion we have to give. All the things she will be noted, and when it has been started, when it has been stopped, and what are all the complications of that, what are the side effects of that. If there are side effects, she will stop, or if she will administer some more medications. So she look after all the things, assisting with the test and evaluation. So definitely while going to any test, or while going to for any thing, before going to do testing, so definitely she will be with them, and she will give assurance to them, and she will explain the procedure to them, and she will take the consent from them, and she will be doing and carry out routine investigation. Definitely she will carry out all the routine investigations. Definitely she will quickly respond to the emergencies which occurred. And planning for discharge. Definitely when the patient is good and he is healthy and he wants his discharge, so definitely she will act as a plan for discharge from the hospital and act as a liaison officer for the community nurse and social workers and other team members in the health team members, and communication with relieving the anxiety of the patients and their relatives. Definitely she will communicate with the patients and their relatives, because these patients and relatives are very anxious, and sometimes the patient is anxious because her relatives are very more tense and no one is there to look after them, so he is tense. So she will communicate with each other and she will solve their problems, advocating on behalf of patients. So she will act as an advocate to behalf of the patient. She acts as a liaison between all the health team workers, either physiotherapist, either nutritionist, or either doctor, either workers, or any physiotherapist. All this she will be working, and medical contributes to medical decision making. Definitely she is the one of the person in making decisions in the medical team, and educating the patients about their health. Definitely she will educate the patient regarding her health. Organizing the staff, definitely workloads has to be decreased the staff has to be organized. Morning shift, for example, morning shift 2 members, evening shift 2 members, night shift 2 members. If they are less, 2 1 1, she will be and not only that, she will divide the beds also. She will divide the beds, and she will make them to do work easily, and mentoring the students and junior nurses. Definitely she has to mentor the students and junior nurses who are present in the field, in the hospital or in the field. Maintaining patient records, this is a very important. Maintaining of the patient's records, everything she has to do, and making ethical decisions related to what is concerned, and maintaining of the confidentiality. She will be doing things. So this is regarding the providing adult care and family. And next one is the role of family in adult patient care. How the family will see. Family plays a very significant role in care of an adult patients. So definitely family is a major thing. They will be playing major role in the healthcare teams, thus engaging the patient and family members equally, because by engaging them, what will be happening, we can able to achieve more expected outcome will be very good. So by including the family members, and not only that, family bears lot of burdens in their during their illness. If they are involved in that, they can be busy with that work, and they can forget some of the burdens also. Duhamel and Dupuis stressed on the mostly these are two members. 2003 they have stressed more important factors in management of illness, like three factors. What are the three factors? Mean effect of the family stress. So how the family stress will be, needs of the family as a caregivers, and effect of the role, how the family cope up the way the patient experience his illness, coping up mechanisms. So effects of the stress, needs of the family, and the coping up with the coping mechanisms. So these are the three factors. Family, he acts as a very important reliable source of the data pertaining to the patient past and present health histories. So definitely important thing, family is an important thing, because to know the present and past histories. When patient is incapable, he is incapable of giving, the family members are able to give the information. Incapable means if they are in unconscious, they can't able to say at that time. If they are in anesthesia, in surgeries, at that time. Presence of family members with patient contributes considerably reducing anxiety. Definitely presence of the family members can help us to reduce the anxiety. So that will furthermore it is important for giving it will help to give good treatment to the patient, and outcomes will be also good. And family members are well-wishers of the patients, and thus help healthcare teams in provision of care to the adult patients. So well-wishers who are there, they can help while providing care. There are source of motivation for the patient and thus aid significant in recovery of the patients. So definitely there will be have a have a significant effect on the recovery of the patients when the family members are involved. And source of motivation for the patient thus significantly recover from the having an emotional bonding. So definitely the patient's emotional bonding with the patient family prevents any harm or injury to the patient due to any activity of the health organization. So even untoward activity అనిపించింది అనుకోండి, సో at that time patient family members prevents harm or injury to the patient. And family act as a source of continuing institutional services to the community by following discharge teachings and follow-up services. So definitely he discharge teachings, follow-up services anni venadaniki this should be there. And family act as a link between hospital and community. So community lo nurse ki, hospital nurse ki, they will act as a link. In case of terminal illness, chronic illness, family help in enhancing accepting and coping mechanism. Terminal illness lo family will have acceptance and coping, how they are coping. Even in situation where no cure is possible, family helps to maintain hope. So definitely there will be there is no cure, if at all they will be having some sorts of hope. So they will be explaining to the patient also. Family sustains social relations and emotional bonding even in crisis situation also. This is regarding that. So next thing is the role and responsibilities of a nurse in medical and surgical settings. How the medical surgical settings. So in medical and surgical settings, when we take it, we are having outpatient department and a medical surgical settings. See, role and responsibilities of nurse in medical and surgical setting. So దాంట్లో అవుట్పేషెంట్ డిపార్ట్మెంట్, ఇన్పేషెంట్ డిపార్ట్మెంట్, ఇంటెన్సివ్ కేర్ యూనిట్స్, and then role of nurse in the community. So how they will work, we'll see. So in outpatient department, here first the patient goes whenever he feels ill, whenever he feels sick, definitely he go for the OPD. So there the doctor will decide where to go, where to go and what to do and when to come for the referral. All things he or she will be explaining. Definitely in our OPDs we are having a registration counters, consultation rooms and investigations rooms and all the things. With this many services are providing, that is ECG, POP, plaster of Paris room, injection room, immunization room, contraception room, minor surgical procedures room, physiotherapy room, bronchoscopic room, endoscopic room. All the rooms will be available over there. So when not only that, we are also having a physical facilities like waiting rooms and the toilets, this water facility and the ventilation. All these things will also be available in the outpatient department. So whenever he goes to the physician, definitely he will also advise to further referral services to the best hospitals or anything. So like that. Not only that, outpatient department system includes following modules. What are the following modules? Central registration, definitely, and then appointments. So central registration counter will be there, and in that only appointments can be given. And definitely we are having a reception or inquiry, and then billing section, cash management section, and management of information system. So in this management of information system, all patient details will be seen. So these are the things. Inpatient department and admitted to the hospital. The patients who are admitted to the hospital are stays overnight in indeterminate time, usually several days or weeks. So in that we are having a major role of the nurse. What is that role of the nurse? Means care of patients. So we are having inpatient department. In inpatient department, we are having, depending upon the hospital strength, depending upon the hospital stay, the 500 bedded, 1000 bedded, 2000 bedded, 5000 bedded, like this has been divided, and having a super specialities. With the super specialities super specialties, cardiothoracic, cardiology, neurosurgery, this endocrinology, all these things will come under rheumatology. All this will come under super specialty hospitals. So in that particularly we'll see the role of nurse, caring of the patients. Definitely nurse will take care of the patient, all the things top to bottom. She will take care of the patient, his physical, mental status, mental status, and then its health status, or she will look after all the things and work with the doctor to cure the patient. So definitely she will be working with the doctor, and she will be following the doctor's advices, and if necessary she will give some suggestions to the doctors, and she will maintain a good relationship with the doctors to provide a good and appropriate care to the patient. And not only that, coordinating care to the patients. She will coordinate the work with all the members and protect the patient and teach the patient and family members. Protect the patient. So definitely she will protect the patients, because unconscious patient, they will be falling. So she will support with the rails and such things. That's one of the example. So she will protect in all sorts. So by giving a correct injection, by giving a correct dose, and by giving correct administration, and she will, by following the aseptic techniques, all the things, she will be protecting the patient in all aspects and teaching the patient and family members. Definitely she will teach each and every investigation, and she will teach each and every surgical procedure and its complications and drug doses and side effects. She will explain to the patient and family members, and advocate for the patient. So definitely she will give advices to the patient as an advocate, and she will maintain confidentiality, all the things, ethical issues she will be following. In intensive care unit, we are having a different intensive care unit: gastroenterology unit, cardiothoracic unit, and medical unit, intensive medical care units, this cardiac care units. All these care units, she will be providing A to Z care to the patient. Her physical care, providing helping them performing the daily activities, in providing daily activities and administration of the drugs and maintenance of the correct records, and helping them and providing administration drips and blood transfusions. She will look after all the things. Home and community setting. In home and community setting, definitely as a community nurse, she will be checking. So definitely when she came to the home, she will look after all the environmental hygiene, personal hygiene, and then she will look after, and she will give suggestions according to that, and she will check the BP, and she will advise if there is an abnormality. She will advise us to go to referral systems, and she will also see the drugs, and she will administer the drugs according to that. And if they are falling sick or ill, she will be, for minor things, she will be looking after things and maintaining a good relationship with the family members, all the things. She will give advices. And then this is regarding the thing. So this is regarding the role of nurse in medical surgical nursing. Introduction to the medical and surgical asepsis. When coming to the introduction to medical and surgical asepsis, we'll see what is. This is a well-known topic to you, so I am going on saying because of this only.